All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is. We are live in full effect right here, right now, with the living legends, the dynamic duo. We got Fatdon and Redneck RichNick right here live on the line. How are you boys doing this evening?
What up?
Man, absolutely. What's happening, world? What y'all doing? How you feeling tonight?
Oh man, I'm doing pretty good down here, brother. You know, just making moves, you know what I mean? Doing what I gotta do business-wise. But how are you guys doing on your end, man? Like, how's the COVID situation out there, man? You guys actually are your restrictions actually loosened up there a little bit?
Yeah, and you could go out and eat. There was a time where you couldn't go out and eat. You know, you can do it. It's still social distance, so it's limited. But yeah, it's lightening up now.
Clubs is opening up a little bit so you can party a little bit, and hopefully, like I said, as everything gets vaccinated, we can start partying again, have some concerts, have some shows, show some love, you know?
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, man. It feels weird, like, just being able to talk with you right now, talking about going to a restaurant and sitting down and eating and going to a club. It feels like so long ago, man. We all been cooped up in the house for so long. It feels like that was ages ago. It feels like that's like the old storybook.
Yeah, real talk. We just had a performance 2 weeks ago, but they hadn't even really been doing shows, you know, hardly at all around here. I don't know what are they doing in Canada? I'm not even up on y'all.
Oh man, we're pretty much locked down tight. Right now we're on a lockdown, so pretty much only essential businesses are allowed to be open. But if you have restaurants and whatnot, you have to either go in and get your food and leave, or you have to get drive-through. Like we're pretty locked down. But next week we're going back into the color codes. So pretty much the color codes is like certain colors. It means your country's slowly opening back up. But we have a janky premier, which is kind of like a state senator, and he's putting in like stupid rules. So we're probably gonna go back in lockdown in about a month, 2 months. So I'm not really excited for it because he's an idiot. So.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely hindered all of us for sure. But
At the end of the day, though, the pandemic either brought the hustle out of you, you had to hustle a little harder, you know, because times is tough, you know, you got to make the most of it, you know, every day counts.
Hey man, hey guys, I most definitely agree on that one. But I want to take you guys down memory lane, man. Back before there was COVID, back when the world was normal. I gotta ask you guys, how did you both actually get into the music industry initially? Like both of you guys, like as artists.
Don, you go ahead.
I mean, me and Nikki both been in the game like 20 years, but I was putting artists out in like early 2000s. You know, like 2000 and 2010, I was putting artists out, so I wasn't really on the artist level really until just a few years ago. I'd always kind of spit on my own and did that kind of thing, but it was never really for the public. Well, I just said, fuck it, and started dropping shit. You know, it's had a good response.
But he been going hard.
Shit, tell him about you, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the music game has always been interesting. My dad he was in a group called the Tone Masters back in the day, a quartet. They did gospel and did a lot, you know, kind of bluegrass, and this is before, you know, you had to go and drop it on actual, almost tape, you know, you didn't get to record on a CD or like, you know what I'm saying, like none of that. So watching him do music and my grandma play the pianos and stuff like that, I started doing music about 2001 or 2 with a group called Cash Crop. And we went hard. We had a video with Rick Ross back in 2007 called "You See the Boss," and that thing, you know what I'm saying, it was underrated. People, you know, it took a while for people to really pick on what we were really actually out there doing in Kentucky, you know. And now we got a lot of talent here. You know, Jack Harlow, shout out to him, Bryson Tiller. You know, we got Rory, you got ESTG, you got Fatdon, Redneck RichNick. You got so many others out here that just doing their thing. It's amazing to see everybody elevate to that next level and just keep on, you know, creating to, you know, just some skies, you know, we out of here.
Yeah.
And I gotta ask you guys this, man, because you guys are both amazing, talented individuals. You know, myself and our listeners know that, man. You know, like you've been one of the top requested duos actually on this station this month, man. When you guys submitted the music, my listeners, it's like crack to my listeners, man. They can't get enough, man. So, you know what I mean? I want our listeners to actually know, man, how did you guys get connected? Like, what's the story behind this amazing duo?
Yeah, honestly, me and Nick recorded our first song together in September of 19. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Nick just reached out. I think we kind of knew of each other because, you know, we from the same area. We was doing our thing type shit. He reached out. You know, we threw a song together. I really know if either one of us really liked the song. But where it really started going crazy is we had a studio session together. We did that first song separate. Our first studio session, I think we did 4 or 5 songs. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, you know, we got a good studio chemistry. It's, you know, it's like a good ball team. We just came together and the shit works. You know, so doing 4 or 5 songs in a session is kind of the norm. You know, we've done 6, 7, and 8. It's just like, shit, the shit ain't broke. You know, so we still rock, you know, but it's really a new thing between me and Nick.
Yeah, we've actually only known each other for a year. I mean, pretty much a little bit over a year. You know, we just started making the music, and like he said, I mean, with the vibe and energy as an artist, you can really be creative and be comfortable, and you know, have a strategy and a formula which we've originally stuck to the whole time. That was amazing to see it constantly just working, and the levels we're accomplishing are coming together. And you know, as an artist, you got to appreciate that, because you know it's hard work out here to get to to upper echelon where you can be A-lister type thing. You know, we got here moving and shaking, getting on these tours and traveling, because that's our whole goal. We trying to see the world. We want to be out here showing love to the world. They need to see Fatdon and Redneck RichNick. You know, that's what it's all about.
And I gotta say, man, I'm not gonna lie. When you guys said you guys only been knowing each other for almost a year, man, it got me a little stumbled on my words there, man, because your guys' music is so phenomenal, and the fact that you guys only known each other for such a short period, I'm really excited to see what you guys do in the upcoming years, man, as your chemistry grows more and more, man, because you guys are fucking phenomenal together.
Thank you, absolutely. I agree 100%.
And we just dropped our 4th tape, Heartbreak Hotel, January 22nd. You know, we putting an 8-piece on every tape.
Yeah, next album drops on 4/20 like we did last year. We're dropping Exotic Flowers too, which is amazing, probably the best body of work yet. You know, and that's what's so cool about it. Everything keeps getting better, and the chemistry, like you said, when you know as an artist, you know that's what you work for. You vibe with certain artists out here. You know, it's just cool that me and Fatdon can do what we do when we get together, because we don't really get together as much as we should in the studio. But like I said, when we drop 6 or 7 songs each time, it's almost an EP every time we get in there. So it's just, we've got so much body of work to keep dropping. You know, it's kind of, like I said, we're excited about it, just like you are. Shoot, it's what it is. We appreciate you loving, showing love to us for sure.
Hey, man, down here in Canada, man, we just love real hip-hop, and I know with myself and 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM, man, we support real hip-hop. You know, there ain't no skinny jean, bubblegum, rap crap on my station, man. So you guys are the definition of real hip-hop, man, and, you know, it sounds bad, but finding real hip-hop like you guys is very scarce nowadays, man, so I want to make sure I show real artists like yourselves as much love as humanly possible.
Absolutely, you knocked that out. You know, that's why we, like I said, we're amazed at what you're doing. Like I said, the radio section, like I said, I'm impressed. Like you've been really going hard, so man, keep up the hard work, because it does pay off.
Yeah, we've been seeing them interviews, man. You've been getting some really,
yeah.
You know, like this is an honor for us. Shit, you know, you've had major stars.
Yeah, shout out to Canada, shout out to Kentucky. You know, shout out to everybody on around wherever if you listen to what we're doing, we rocking with you. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on Instagram. It's cash.crop.12. It's Fatdon official. You know, follow us on Facebook, whatever. You know, reach out, whatever. Let's network. Let's do something.
And I appreciate you guys as well, man. Like, I don't know if you saw, but I just rolled out the flyer about an hour or so ago. I actually just locked Coolio in today.
Shit. Yeah.
But you got, we always do your work, and you be having, whether it's Be Legit, Little Flip, I love all that. That's what we grew up on. You know, when I look back at music, man, I was talking earlier, like, a lot of influences on us was like, Mike Jones, a lot of, even from like, the old UGK, Suave House, Tony Draper, to Master P, to all the old, man, Rockefeller, man, there's so many different people from Outkast, the Goody Mob, all that. But even out there with the E40 and the Click, even like, Brother Lynch on, there's so many great artists that have, like, created to, what our flow comes from. I'm sure Fatdon, too, to this day. Yeah, and, it's nice to see the legends still around and hearing them talk about what they've done and what they've been through.
And also, man, Halloween of 2020, so just last year, man, you guys released Seal the Deal, which is another amazing project in my personal opinion. But I gotta ask you guys, what's the story and inspiration behind that phenomenal project?
Seal the Deal.
Honestly, there really wasn't anything. Honestly, when we create a project, we kind of just go with the songs, and we try to take one of the songs and make that the album name. So we happened to do the song called Seal the Deal, was I think produced by Alexander Wolf or maybe Chris O, or I think Alexander So shout out to Alexander Wolf out of LA. But you know, that's how we really do the project, which is pretty cool because every artist has their strategy or how they name their project or how they market it, or you know, everything's got to have strategy nowadays because you can't spend your money and not have a formula, you know, to really go some direction with it. So with that project, that's kind of how we went with it, honestly.
Right. The track was named Seal the Deal. You know, it's kind of a energetic track, and you know, I just thought it was a fitting name.
Love it, Miyake on there. I mean, the wins and losses been going so hard. That wins and losses kind of surprised us because we didn't really know which one was going to pick up like that, and it's exciting to see the fans and the listeners like, you know, what we giving them, what we dropping.
Man, as for wins and losses, I think I got like 54 call-in requests last month as well. I got to relook at the flyer. I make so many flyers in like a day, but I think it was 54. I got to go back. Excuse me, sorry, I got to go back through the numbers, but I really think it was 54 of how many times you guys got that one song just by itself requested last month. I mean, I think it was one day, man, after it played early in the morning, and I think it was like 10 in the morning. Our phones were blowing up for like 2 hours being like, wins and losses, wins and losses. I was like, holy shit. I was like, damn, these guys are on fire.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And for me, I think that's like one of my best verses, so, you know, that's great that people are rocking with it. You know, any of our music, though, really, because you never know. Songs that have done well, I wouldn't have thought would, and, you know, that type of thing.
And you just try to keep it authentic, man. I mean, like, you know, when the vibe, whatever the vibe goes, because sometimes Fatdon might have the hook laid, and I come in, and then I drop my verse, and drop a bridge or something, or we might just go from scratch. But it always comes together, and that's one thing when you know, when you can cook it up and it always comes together, it's exciting to see what the work's going to lead to.
And so, guys, I got some individual questions for you as well, and I'm going to start off with Redneck, man. I also noticed, man, that you were actually the CEO at Cash Crop Entertainment. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about that entertainment company. And, of course, man, how can individuals reach out to you pertaining to your services that you offer the general public?
Absolutely. Yeah, Cash Crop was a group we actually put together back in 2003. It was me, my homie DG, and my buddy William Wyatt, and there was also a couple other members of the group. JT, which was our producer, and my homie Rick P. And we were out of Boone County, we're out of Louisville, Kentucky, which is our major city around us. And man, we just been out here grinding, doing the music. And when we was, you know, I mean, shoot, when you know, I was addicted to the first time, kind of just getting out on the scene, and just once I just hit those city to city and networking those studios, I was really like, man, I like this energy. I just love the energy. I love to write. So yeah, creating was always just once you get a shot of it, it's like drugs almost, you know, because it's just amazing to be able to create something from nothing, from just putting it together in your mind, you know, and then making it come out on, you know, on the microphone or whatever it is, behind the scenes writer or whatever. Yeah, and people fucking with it.
Biggest reward.
So we were out doing a lot of shows, man. We signed a down distribution back in 2008 after we did the song with Rick Ross. And, you know, we did features Ross, Babe Birdman from Cash Money, Jim Jones, Devin the Dude. So we were out there, we moved hard. Like I said, you can listen to a lot of our old work. And it's impressive, man. But it's really impressive to hear, you know, that it was still, you know, developed as an artist myself instead of just being a CEO. Because at the time, I wasn't really, you know, wanted to be the rapper. You know, my homie William White, he was more who we were pushing. But I just started falling in love with writing and doing my own thing, and just developed me as Redneck RichNick, and that's what it is. You know, but definitely, man, I got to get you some music of the older Cash Crop stuff too. I mean, just for you to check out, because you do love the old hip hop, so you'll respect it.
Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna be honest. That old school hip hop, man, that stuff's like my crack. Like, you know what I mean? I can't get enough of old school hip hop, man. If someone, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I'd never even tried or even attempt to listen to this new trap music, man. It's like, I don't know, I heard it on the radio maybe for like 10 seconds. I'm like, nope, screw that, and I just slid in a Warren G cassette and called it a day.
I like it all. I mean, music is me. I respect a good song. I like something that can just take me to, you know, whether it creates me a memory or a feeling. You know what I'm saying? I'm all about just that energy. So that's what I want to hear in music. I want it to make me feel something, and that's why we try to, you know, create what we do. We want you to feel something.
And also, Fatdon, back in 2019, man, you were actually featured on Mac Doggins' track, So I Grind. I was wondering, how did yourself and Mac get connected? And of course, man, well, where is that song available today so individuals can purchase themselves a copy of the single?
It's available on all platforms, but it came together. I actually was over at my engineer's spot. He would make some shit for me, and Mac Doggins was there. And he was working on something, and it was, you know, So I Grind. and he was messing around with second verse, and my engineer was like, "Why don't you put Fatdon on there?" And it was, I worked very quickly, so it was like.
That's right. Shout out back Doggins. Shout out back Doggins.
But
shout out to Maya.
I write in 30 minutes, like, so we're not gonna fuck around. We're gonna get right to it if that's what we're doing.
Yeah, we like to work, man. That's one thing about us. We work hard and we like to work. We don't be lollygagging.
Hey man, then that's how you guys stay consistent as well. You know what I mean? And irrelevant, man. A lot of individuals, they think they can drop one track and then let it pay your bills, man. At the end of the day, dude, you gotta stay busy and you gotta keep doing what you do.
And consistency is the key, is the name of the game, man. If you can't be consistent out here and keep upgrading yourself, throughout your journey, then I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you gotta think about.
So the timeline is this: we got together September 19th. All right, it's February 21. We've got 4 tapes out.
Recorded about 100 songs.
We probably have another 70, 80 songs on deck. And our next 2 tapes are already complete. So, we're dropping 420 Exotic Flyers 2. We're going to drop again in probably like July. We don't know the name yet. But, the work ethic is there. The product is there. I think it's authentic. I think it's unique. I don't think anybody will ever say, hey, man, they sound like, or Fatdon and Redneck RichNick sound like so-and-so. Like, I think it's original. And that's what keeps me inspired, is people are fucking with our brand of this shit. Everybody got their own way to do it.
And also, Redneck RichNick, man, I saw a picture of yourself alongside Mike Epps, man. I was wondering, how did you actually meet Mike? And of course, what was it like actually just being able to meet Day from next Friday?
Hey, Mike is a trip. My buddy Muncie is actually his real cousin from Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out Munch. But Mike, I saw him at the 808 Motor right there in Atlanta, right there Peachtree, the store. Shout out to 808 Motor, man. If you're in Atlanta, man, they got some of the flies gear around, stuff in there, get fresh, and he'll hook you up. But yeah, Mike was just in there shopping, and we just chopped it up for a minute. Actually was the only person in the store with him. There's me, him, maybe his dude he was with, and the owners, and we just went to sit in there and chopped in for like 30 minutes.
I gotta say, man, that's actually freaking phenomenal, bro. I'm actually kind of jealous, bro, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, dude, I'm happy for you, dude. Like, what was Mike Epps like? Was he a nice guy? Like, I'm pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure if he was
man, he's just like any homies with me, like I said, man, he's so down to earth. He's so, he's from Indianapolis. He's from Nats. So, he's right around the corner from us, Louisville, Kentucky, the Midwest. Mike's just a OG hustler. I mean, he is him, you can't even hate on him. He just like anybody, all the superstars, man, are just so, they're so really, really them when you get to catch them on an experience where they're not having to be like coming up as a fan or a groupie type person. You catch them on a one-on-one type of relationship like that where you can just network and, talk to them straight up. That's when you get them like on the real one, the real them. But man, Mike is cool as a fan. All of them are. I've been out here grinding on these streets for 20 years, man. I've met everybody. Everybody knows who Redneck RichNick is. One way or another, they're like, I know who that dude is.
And I gotta say as well, you spent 30 minutes with him, so I'm pretty sure if he was rude or mean or something like that, you wouldn't be in a room with him for 30 minutes. So, you know what I mean? That's actually still a pretty cool experience, bro.
Absolutely. God is good, man. Everything that's happens, like I said, you gotta put yourself in the right positions out here. Sometimes it just, the path and journey is just amazing who you come across throughout life. It really is. I would never think, even, I've done tracks with Moby Dick, who I know you grew up on No Limit, from Bourbons and Lacs to anything. I would have never thought that I would be doing, he let us remake the Bourbons and Lacs back in 2011. They do the Bourbons and Lacs too. It's on YouTube. You check the video out if you get a chance. But, just who you came across with and who I've worked with in the industry, it's some amazing shit. I've been in the studio with, I could just name everybody. For just sitting, from sessions to actually being in there, Elmont sessions, through the journey. It's been one amazing look back on it.
And also, Fatdon, I saw that you were actually working on a solo project as well, titled The Oldest Rookie. I was wondering if you can tell us a bit more about that project. And of course, man, what can we actually expect from that when it does drop to the general public?
It'll be hard.
It's my first collab with Shark Living Entertainment.
Shout out to homie Job. What's up?
Real talk. Homie Job reached out. It's probably been a month ago. He called me early in the morning. He was like, the homie Job presents Fatdon. And I said, is that what we on? And he said, fuck yeah, bro. And it was like, it was up from there. So start You know, it's a little 5-track EP. It's got One Trey Tone on it. It's got the Homie Jaw on it.
Shout out One Trey Tone. What up?
It's basically done. It's really done. So we just waiting on mixes and shit. And, you know, once that's complete, then I can say, you know, a definitive date. But the way Shark Living releases shit, they put that shit up, and whenever it hits, it hits. You know, they don't do a lot of exact, you know, dates and shit like that. A lot of those just, as soon as they get it mixed, it's up. They're not, you know, they're not waiting. It's, you know, it's something I'm working on because I'm kind of new. You know, should we just drop a bunch of singles? Should we drop a bunch of tapes? Should we do both? And we're going to do both.
Drop it all.
Have done both. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, but shout out Shark Living. Yeah, that thing was on the ASAP. It's going to be a little 5-track EP. Like I said, it's done. It'll be on all platforms, you know. I would say within a couple of weeks to a month at the most.
What's happening?
Also, guys, man, as you brought up earlier, that January 22nd of 2021, so just last month, man, you guys actually dropped the album Heartbreak Hotel. I was wondering if you could tell our listeners a bit more about that record, and of course, where can we snag ourselves some copies tonight?
It's you know, it's on all platforms, so you know.
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, yeah, iTunes, anything. Just so you get this.
It's out there. 160 something, you know, like it's a lot. Like if it ain't where you at, you know, it's great. You know?
Yeah, we dropped that record. That was on my birthday. You know, January 22nd was my birthday, so that was a special record. You know, just Fatdon was like, yeah, we're gonna go to Heartbreak Hotel because you know, it's wintertime.
That was another song. You know, that was the name of a song on the tape. So, you know.
Yeah, and you'll hear more of that. You know, that I'm So Into You is gonna be one you'll be giving listeners. Will be hearing that here soon. And Amazing. Those are two big records. We really think that you know, that people enjoy that, man. We enjoy those. I think those things are big. So I can't wait to hear the feedback of, you know, from the listeners, and then we'll see what's cracking with that.
And I gotta ask as well, guys, like, do you guys have any hard copies available for the old school listeners that really do still love that compact disc format?
We have it. We could make it available. It wouldn't be nothing.
Yeah, it's so hard with the digital age because, you know, some people just don't appreciate the good CD anymore. You know, I love giving a good, you know, autograph and just write, you know, saying some good stuff to a fan or whatever, anybody, friend, whatever, just something, you know, to remember that time and whatever, you know, whenever the CD had come out or something, it's just a good memory to have that put up, I think, always.
And also, guys, oh, sorry about that, Fatdon.
No, you good, bro. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, other than, you know what I mean, Heartbreak Hotel, and of course, you know, your album that you're dropping there on 420, like, what's next for Fatdon and Redneck RichNick, man? Like, is there anything I missed during this interview? Anything else you guys would still want to talk about or promote while we have you here live on the Canadian airwaves?
I mean, that's the two most current things. I mean, we're gonna drop about every 3 months, regardless. So
we got 2 new videos coming. We got the Timberland boots, which is kind of a sleeper that nobody's really heard yet. That we're trying to get a sponsorship for Timberland out of this thing, so we'll see how it works out. But we got the Timberland boots, and then we got So Into You that we did the video the other night, which is gonna be real dope. Shout out to Nat DZ and Frost Vegas. You know what I'm saying, for the film work, man. It's gonna be a nice. I can't wait to see the video. It's gonna be dope.
Yeah.
So we're gonna keep the visuals coming. You know, like I said, follow us on Instagram. It's cash.crop.12 at Fatdon Official. You know, we follow them back, whatever. Show us some love. You know, tell us what you feel about the music. If you want to hear something, whatever you want to know, let us know. You know, we're talking about all options, anything.
Canadian artists want to work.
Yeah. Shout out to Canada. We love Canada, man. We try to get some shows on. Let's book something. Let's do it. Yeah.
And also, guys, so this is the time in the interview, quickly before I wrap things up, that I give a chance for the individual that slides into the radio station airwaves, just a chance to give shoutouts to whomever they want to give shoutouts to. But of course, man, I know you guys already dropped your Instagram, but if you can, man, drop the rest of your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you guys and stay updated. Everything Fatdon and Redneck RichNick if they're not already doing so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can follow the YouTube channel. It's just Fatdon and Redneck RichNick on YouTube. Fatdon on Snapchat. Facebook is really that's a personal account. It's not really a personal account. You know, so really, if you want to tap in with me, tap in with me on the gram.
Yeah. So the gram, what is that? Fatdon Official.
Yeah, Fatdon Official.
Fatdon Official on the gram. Yeah, I told you at I'm showing love. You know, I'm ready to check out any new artists. Let me see what y'all got going on. D, you know, instant message me, whatever. Let me hear what's working and what's cracking. And you know, on the Facebook is Nick Ryan. He's on the Facebook, whatever. I'm out here. We working, man. We networking. We trying to show love to wherever we get love. So we're gonna keep dropping this fire. That's all we can do. 2021 is here. We ready to work.
Hey guys, most definitely. I gotta say, thank you guys so much for, you know, all the support that you give myself and my radio station. And of course, guys, have yourself a wonderful night, and most definitely stay safe out there as well. I'm pretty sure down the road we'll be doing this again.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate you having us on here, man. It's a blessing to be with you tonight, man. Like I said, we appreciate all the listeners showing love, and we're going to keep giving y'all music to vibe to. And you know, shit, it's Redneck RichNick, Fatdon. Yee.
Hey, man.
Get it.
You guys already know, man. You both have yourself a wonderful night, and most definitely stay safe out there. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking here soon.
Wow. Let's do it.